Watch this. Ken Ofori Atta case. What happened in U.S. court yesterday? Yesterday, the 19th of February, 2026, Ken Ofori Atta appeared in court, the Annandale Immigration Court in Virginia, in America. Ghanaian media houses announced that he was going. But as to what happened in court, I haven't seen anything yet. So we decided to go into the court, get all the information, ask the most important questions, and bring that to you. Because I have taken it personal. I want to see this crook back in Ghana to face reality. And I'm angry with him for one very important reason. Come and account for your tenure of office. Your uncle, the president, is here. Former President Addo. He's not threatened by even mosquitoes. Gabby, asare, otchere, darko. A man many people said would go to jail. My brother, my sister, is still here. Not a scratch on his skin. And this guy claims that he feels political witch hunt chasing him. For that matter, he won't come to Ghana. We have to use the laws to get him. Well, my brother, my sister, today we got news for you. There's Warungu boy, Dominic Akuritinga Ayene, PhD, schooled in America. He's been following this issue keenly. And he's making sure that nothing dribbles him. His eyes are so fixated to the case. Every move, even after dark, when he sees shadows, he's ready to take action. We went to the courts, and this was what we saw. Come here! Now, my brother, my sister, Ken Ofori Atta arrived in court, and the judge who is sitting on his case is called David Aard. Hey, yeah, David Aard. Does the name ring a bell? This is the guy sitting on Ken Ofori Atta's immigration case. He went to court to deal with his bond. As to whether they would allow him to go out of the detention center or not is going to depend on this guy. And apart from that, Ken Ofori Atta is demanding and fighting that they keep him in America and give him legal residential status. Can I break that down? He wants to stay in the country legally, and he wants to be a resident of America. Can I tell you more? Now, this guy here, called David Aard, has 22 years of legal experience. He's the hardest, most difficult immigration judge in the history of America. I like to deal with those years. Run the doors here, my youth. Kai! Hey! Dodo. Look at him. Judge David Aard is the U.S. immigration judge presiding over Ken Ofori Atta's case at the Annandale Immigration Court in Virginia. He's known for a strict, listen, evidence-driven approach, famously stating in this case that the court cannot act on assertions without proof. Hey, my brother. Now, he joined the immigration bench in August 2023, 2.5 years ago. Before becoming a judge, he spent 22 years as a federal prosecutor. And his roles included Chief of the Public Corruption, listen, and Civil Rights Unit. He hates to hear about corruption. Once he hears that this guy is here because of corruption, and he has the facts, you are finished. He also served as a special counsel to the U.S. attorney. Jesus have mercy. He represented the president and the government of America as a judge, a lawyer. And he was the chief of the drug task force unit. Don't joke with it when it comes to drugs. And in private practice, he previously worked as a litigation associate at the elite firm Cravat, Swain and Moore LLP right there in New York, Big Apple. Where did he go to school? Notre Dame Law School. And then the almighty Yale University. Yale University, right there in my state, Connecticut. Hey, my brother, now let us look at the most dangerous part of this guy. Hey, Ken is in trouble. Big trouble. And I'm excited. Hey, he's a strict adjudicator. Now, data from the Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse track indicates that he has a significantly high asylum denial rate, roughly 81.4%, which is above all the national average. Hold it there. Do you know what that means? All the cases that come to him for people seeking asylum, they want residence. They want to stay in America because their countries are chasing them. 81% and over, he denied. Go back to your country. Whoa, you better not. Come home. 81% and over, he has denied. And the closest anybody got, the closest any judge got to denying asylum in America was 51%. Is Black Rasta explaining this properly? When it comes to denying people residence, asylum, and all that in America, he is the judge with the highest record. The one who comes second is 51%. Flip! This is the guy Ken is dealing with. Watch this. Procedural focus, legal analyst, other lawyers, and big brains. Come here. And big brains of the legal profession. This is what they are saying. They describe him as tough-minded. Tough. You see him slim like that, the trim word being rough. And unlikely to be swayed by a defendant's political stature. Can you hear that? It doesn't matter whether you are Sasabonsam in your country or wherever. As for this man, he will deal with you. Focusing instead on strict procedural compliance and documentary evidence. Jesus have mercy. Kaidodo, that shit. This is the guy we are dealing with. So Ken went and sat before this guy. His name is David Aard. 22 years of legal experience in so many different fields. The guy with the highest refusal rate. This is the guy God has blessed us with. So Ken has gone to sit before this guy. And already he's been told, this guy is a big guy in Ghana, and those are the people he likes to deal with. Reduce you to nothing, dealing with the facts. Please, we need him in Ghana. His uncle is here. Nothing is happening to him. The president, and he himself has called him to tell him that Ghana is safe. Watch this. Watch it. My brother, my sister, Ghana is safe. Everything is good. But he still wants to follow his own whims and caprices, the underpinnings of an easy life. Jesus have mercy. Oh, your P, uncle. So they met yesterday. Dash him away. They met him. And when they sat down, what happened? Can I tell you what happened? Run the dossier. We like to deal with evidence, and I need you to follow this. Ken Ofori Atta was in court yesterday, the 19th of February 2026. Now the session followed an initial court appearance on January 20, which we all know about. We remember the in-camera listening, where the judge first deferred the decision on his release to allow the prosecution time to provide documented proof of an official extradition request from Ghana. And when they sat, Ofori Atta was pulled out from ICE custody and brought to court. My brother, my sister, it was adjourned to April 27, 2026. And this is the bond hearing. He's still in custody. He's sweating like a pregnant crocodile on heat. Now the judge's ultimatum for the extradition packet expired during yesterday's hearing, leading to the current wait for a final bond hearing. When they got to court, the judge said, I hear that Ghana wants you extradited to Ghana. Even though this case is all about you getting bond for you to leave this detention center and go in there. Is it true? Are you a person of interest in Ghana? Do the Ghanaians want you? If that is so, I'm giving them time for them to provide me with the extradition packet. I will look at it and it will help me decide whether to even allow you here for a minute or not. If I look at it and I see that, oh, true, they have a certain point, I'm waiting for the Ghanaians to bring that. The federal judges would have to bring this. Ghana has already sent the package there. Right now, the judge is asking that to be brought to his court from his colleagues in the federal law courts, so he can have a look at that and now decide. You can. We now go let you out. Yes, so you go there. My brother, my sister. Now, during the court hearing yesterday, February 19, 2026, in the United States, and a federal judge addressed the potential extradition of former Ghanaian Finance Minister Ken Ofori Atta. And the following key events took place. Evidence required. The man said he needed evidence. This will help him to decide. Even though this is a bond hearing, we hear you are a person of interest, a fugitive running from the law in Ghana. My brother, my sister, dash it away. This is where we are. My brother, you see, Abua Oniduano. Abua Oniduano. He has gone in for a former U.S. Attorney General, John Ashcroft. Former U.S. Attorney General. This is his lawyer. And he has also gathered a team of lawyers. They have been paid so much money, allegedly, with Ghana stolen money. He's throwing money like Pekple during the Homo War on these guys. Even though this guy and the Attorney General of Ghana had a very nice relationship, he went behind him and decided to defend Ken Ofori Atta, all because of would he finally decide that he will keep his integrity on the line or in his pocket? We are watching. The 27th of April is the day they will go to court again. And that will be a good day. They are going to meet the hard judge, David Aard. And the prayer is that justice will be done and Ghana shall smile again. Accountability must be upheld in every jurisdiction. And the Americans know this. Ken Ofori Atta says there's a witch hunt, political witch hunt. He has succeeded in getting the red whatever taken out. But my brother, this is the beginning of a beautiful trial. And I trust David Aard to be able to pull through one more time. Watch this. Kennedy Agyapong is above Ghana law. Wow. When they say somebody is above the law, it means that the person can misbehave, break all the laws, and the law cannot come after him. The Minister of Health is Kwabena Agyapong. This is the guy. Young man. He's full of energy. In fact, I want to believe he's also a patriot. This is Kwabena Agyapong. My brother, my sister, and he is a man who has the health ministry at heart. Kwabena Agyapong. I chanced upon a video, and in this video, I saw Kwabena Agyapong, and he was sitting next to Kennedy Agyapong, and they were talking to a fellow journalist that I know so well. My brother, my sister, and we were colleagues right there at Media General. It's an old video. But my brother, my sister, the words are still here with us. I want us to take a quick watch. It's a very short video. And when we return, we will have a short conversation and end it all. Watch this.
Yes.
Pacho, don't use the word criminal.
Now we're on your criminal.
Please.
We're a criminal. No, it's above the law. We're a criminal.
Honorable Kennedy Agyapong.
Messi Ibrahim. We're a criminal.
It is better for you to withdraw, or the show will come to an end.
And you come to an end. Hey, and I will come here again.
No, it's not about you not coming here again.
Messi, you are a criminal. Messi, the boy is a criminal, and you go to jail. Who now was in case? Now we are was in case. Because you know I will not withdraw. Because I have my evidence. Only amount check. Amount check. Now a bounce 1 year on TI. What got one in your man? Why then? Why when him say both fruit now here? And I will show me and I will cast it a bit. What about my son boy? What's okay? You are part of it.
Okay.
And the customer you don't follow.
Okay.
You don't follow.
Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, until the court arrives at a decision that incriminates somebody. And you're difficult to
who go law school? Who go law school? Bese, who go law school?
Remember, I can't even answer.
How did I yes I do? Who go law school?
Now who go law school and you heard Honorable Akando say that as for this man is above the law in Ghana. He does everything he likes and nothing holds him down. Do we have people in Ghana who are above the law? If we do have such people in Ghana, he might have said it in a jest. But my brother, this is serious. If we have people in Ghana who are above the law, I remember there used to be a very popular American action movie in the days called Above the Law. Cynthia Rothrock. How many people remember Cynthia Rothrock? She was an American martial arts specialist. And she featured in a lot of these movies. She must be an old woman by now, because I was watching her when I was only a schoolboy. Today, if I have grace in my beard, then Cynthia Rothrock. Find me a photo of Cynthia Rothrock. Yeah? And let's see what she looks like now. Find a photo of her in the days and one now. She had a movie called, or she played in a movie called Above the Law. And in the days, we used to watch it a lot. My brother, is Kennedy Agyapong Above the Law? That's him away. My brother, my sister, it's very sad for anybody to call himself above the law. Because when you are in trouble, it's the same laws you will run to so the laws can protect you. What you are above cannot protect you. No. You are above the law. You look down on the law. You are bigger than the law. And there's no way somebody who is bigger than the nation can be protected by the nation. You are bigger than the nation. How can the nation protect you? It's not possible. Now, my brother, my sister, it is true that in Ghana, a lot of politicians are above the law. Anytime the law is trying to bite them, they have a way of circumventing the cause of justice. They have a way of making the laws look like a puppet show. Oh yes, a puppet show. They have a way of making the law look like a caricature, a cartoon character. Somebody is arrested by the police. The policeman must do his work. He calls somebody who is above the law, and then they call the policeman and tell the policeman, let the person go immediately. I am so and so and so and so. I am above the law. If this guy can command the law to let people who are supposed to face the law go away, how about he himself? We cannot have a nation where our law is not supreme, then it's a failed state. Yes, in our country, we have people who assumably are above the law. The policeman sees you, and all you need to do is to mention your name. Maybe by your face, they know who you are. All the law ceases to work at that point. When you leave, innocent people will start to suffer. This is Cynthia Rothrock. She was in that movie that we watched everywhere. Cynthia Rothrock. Oh yes, martial artist. Oh my God. What does she look like now? You see it? Then and now. She hasn't changed that much. But look at her. Cynthia Rothrock. We as growing up children, we loved her. Because in the days it was all about men who were showing their macho. This one, my brother, my sister, came up with Above the Law. Thank you so much for brightening our childhood. Cynthia Rothrock. Dash. Above the Law, in that movie, oh my God, she broke every law. Nobody was able to catch her. Above the Law should only be existent in the movies, not in real life. If you claim you're above the law and you're happy, then you are an idiot. You cannot benefit from the anointing that you don't recognize. The Christian churches will tell you that. If somebody cheats you today and you need protection, You want to run to the vile laws that you have relegated to the background. How will it work? Nigeria is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Ghana is very corrupt. Togo is corrupt. A lot of African countries are utterly corrupt. People don't believe in the judiciary anymore. They don't believe in the police. They only see the police as agents of bribes. When a policeman is worrying you, another motorist passing by, let's, oh, manu bibi kakrama onja life. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. In Ghana, when a policeman takes a driver's license and is walking with him to wherever, other motorists shout at the driver and tell him, oh, just give him something and let you go. That mentality is sick, above the law. You are above the law by virtue of what you give in terms of bribe or what favors you can give or your political standing. Akando said that. Way there, or you're above the law. It was like a joke. But my brother, these things exist. Big politicians steal people's lands using force, broad daylight robbery. And they are scared to even go to the courts because these people are above the law. Until we stand by our laws and make sure that those laws work. The same law that works against the poor man must work with the same magnitude on the rich man. Or else, we don't have a country. What we have is a farm, which is called an animal farm. Some people have their own set of laws, and the rest have theirs. I don't want to talk too much about this because it's a straightforward message. We can't live in a country where some people are above the law. Once we have that kind of a country, then we don't have a country, we have a farm. And that farm is called the animal farm. George Orwell's Animal Farm. We can manipulate the laws any way we want it. Judges can take goats and money to divert the course of justice. And they are not even ashamed that they swore an oath to uphold justice. We don't have a country. Peter Tosh has a song that I like, Down Pressure Man. Where you gonna run to? Down Pressure Man. Down Pressure Man. He says, on that day, your money cannot save you. Here you can bribe your way out, but on that day, I don't even want to be a flea under your collar. Jesus. Hey, reggae has lyrics. On that day, you, this guy above the law, I don't want to be a flea under your collar. You know what a flea is? It's an insect. A collar is, you know, when you wear a shirt, collar, no collar. When you are in there, it's like you are hiding. But on that day, I don't even want to hide there because the heat of the fire will remove me from there. The heat will be so much that not even a flea under your collar will be saved. Jesus. On that day, you can't take God back a while and give him some chicken soup as a bribe. Listen to that song. Until we are able to let our laws work the way the laws work in America, the way the laws work in England, that nobody will tell you go and bribe a judge. Like in the case of David Aard, my brother, very powerful man, and everybody saying, as for this man, There's nothing you will do that will let him take a bribe. He's there for the justice. David Aard, that's his name. Anyway, it's a black pot, aka Kukushodomo. And I would like you to watch the video one more time. And we'll close on that. Watch this.
Yes.
Pacho, don't use the word criminal.
Now we're on your criminal.
Please.
We're a criminal. No, it's above the law. We're a criminal. Messi Ibrahim, we're a criminal.
It is better for you to withdraw, or the show will come to an end.
And you come to an end. And I will come to an end.
No, it's not about you not coming here.
Messi, we're a criminal. Messi, the boy is a criminal. And you go to jail. Una who was in case, now we are was in case. Because you know I will not withdraw. Because I have my evidence. Only check. Yes.
Pacho, don't use the word criminal.
Now we're on your criminal.
Please.
We're a criminal. No, it's above the law. We're a criminal. Messi Ibrahim, we're a criminal.
It is better for you to withdraw, or the show will come to an end.
And you come to an end. And I will come to an end.
No, it's not about you not coming here.
Messi, we're a criminal. Messi, the boy is a criminal. And you go to jail. Una who was in case. Now we are was in case. Because you know I will not withdraw. Because I have my evidence. Only amount check. Amount check. Now a bounce 1 year on TI. What one in your man? Why then? Why will mean say both fruit now? And I will show me. And I will cast it away. What come on, son boy? Who's okay? You are part of it.
Okay.
And the Ghana essay. The customer you don't follow.
Okay.
You don't follow.
Bawumia Campaign, until the court arrives at a decision that incriminates somebody. And you're difficult to
who go law school? Who go law school? Listen, who go law school?
I can't answer.
How do you know yes I do? Who go law school?
Who go law school? I will name several fruit now. Oh, you're right there. I don't know, yes, sir. Oh, Lord.
Thanks for watching. Like and share the video. You can also drop your comment. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on the notification.